Today I'm going to talk about something really exciting. Checklist. What checklist? You would be saying, how can that be exciting? Well, actually, I'm going to talk about Dr. Atul Gawande's book, The Checklist Manifesto, which talks about that while checklist might look like a glorified to-do, it is much more critical in reducing the chances of error in some very important fields of human profession. The book actually starts off with a case of a 9-year-old girl who fell into a icy lake and her heart stopped for almost 30 minutes. But with fantastic teamwork and collaboration between the emergency staff and the hospital, they managed to actually revive the girl. And this is what the book continuously talks about, that if any profession needs to succeed, they need to have teamwork and collaboration. But in this world of increasing uncertainty and complexity, you cannot depend on any one person to know it all and do it all. And hence, that's where checklist comes in, because it really aids teamwork and collaboration. Dr. Atul Gawande starts off by looking at the construction industry in US and shows how they have two checklists. One for keeping the projects on track, but most importantly, a checklist called the communication checklist, which makes sure that no major communication slips through the gap. And that's the real crux of this book. That checklist help you in making sure that your communication is spot on. He reviews next the industry where we all know checklists are very widely used, which is aviation or aeroplanes. He looks at the history of it, he looks at how the checklists were developed, and he comes to a very important point that for checklists to work, they need to be short and impactful. He looks at various other industries, not only aviation, but things like restaurants and even investments, and shows how checklists not only reduce the chances of error, but they also sharpen your thinking. And the book ends with a very famous aviation case study, which was then made into a movie, Scully, the one where Tom Hanks is acting. And he uses that case study to show that it's not heroism which wins. It is the discipline which goes in preparing for that event, and then the teamwork during the event, which helps in saving lives, and more importantly, in making sure the right conduct happens during that event. And that is where checklists play a very big role. The book actually gives you examples of a WHO study, a World Health Organization study, when they implemented this checklist in hospitals, fatalities, that is deaths, reduced by 47%. That's an amazing result. While most of the examples are till 2009, and I would have preferred if the book would have updated that and told us what was happening with all these examples, especially in hospitals. It is still a must read. Uh, Dr. Atul Gawande's The Checklist Manifesto. It almost reads like a racy thriller, but brings out very impactfully a critical point that your life can be much better if you can use checklist for sharpening your thinking and reducing the chance of error. Dr. Atul Gawande, Checklist Manifesto.